On the evening of November 26, 2008, Mumbai was moving at its usual relentless pace. The city streets and coastal borders were crowded, entirely unaware that a heavily armed threat was already slipping through the harbor. 10 young men arrived at a local fishing colony by speedboat, carrying heavy backpacks under the cover of darkness. Their evasive answers to a local civilian named Bharat Tamor immediately raised red flags. Tamor reported the suspicious group to the local police, but the authorities dismissed his warning. This left the attackers free to move deeper into the city's streets, unhindered. This map charts the sea route of the attackers' mothership. Weeks before, U.S. intelligence tracked this exact vessel and shared the coordinates. But the intelligence was ignored, and the physical path was wide open because routine Indian Navy coastal patrols were inexplicably halted. By ignoring direct warnings and stripping away naval defenses, an unprepared system allowed a small 10-man team to walk right in and begin a 60-hour siege. The preparation for this siege began in Pakistan, orchestrated by the terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba and its architect Hafiz Saeed. Knowing a Pakistani operative would draw suspicion, Saeed recruited American David Coleman Headley as an advanced scout. Headley's fake visa consultancy provided cover for multiple reconnaissance trips to Mumbai, mapping entry points and security blind spots undetected. Back in Pakistan, Lashkar-e-Taiba sifted through dozens of recruits. They specifically targeted isolated young men, isolating them further to ensure their complete susceptibility to extreme ideological conditioning. The final 10 recruits were put through a grueling 3-phase program. The final stage pushed them to their physical limits, forcing them into 60 hours of continuous fasting and rigorous mountain climbing. When they boarded the boat in November 2008, these men were highly conditioned urban insurgents, carrying modern weaponry and acting on precise, ground-level intelligence. Splitting into 2-man teams, the attackers simultaneously hit several high-value crowded targets across the city, starting with the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus railway station. Local railway and city police were the first to respond, but the disparity in firepower was staggering. Officers carrying standard-issue duty revolvers found themselves pinned down by AK-47 assault rifles and hand grenades. The equipment gap carried a heavy cost. Several top officials, including anti-terrorism squad chief Hemant Karkare, were ambushed and killed in the opening hours of the attack. Amid the chaos, Assistant Sub-Inspector Tukaram Omble deliberately charged an attacker, sacrificing his own life to secure the terrorist's rifle. By absorbing 23 bullets, Omble allowed his team to capture the attacker, Ajmal Kasab, alive. It was the most vital tactical victory of the night. Individual bravery saved lives, but it also proved a stark reality. An outgunned local municipal police force cannot repel a military-style invasion. The city needed specialized forces. The elite Marcos Marine Commandos were called in, but a severe delay in deployment and a lack of accurate building blueprints forced them to navigate the targeted hotels entirely blind. Making matters worse, handlers back in Pakistan were watching live news broadcasts, calling the terrorists on satellite phones and giving them the exact locations of the approaching commandos. Finally, a team of 200 National Security Guard commandos landed in Mumbai and initiated Operation Black Tornado. What followed was grueling, 4-by-floor urban combat inside Nariman House and the burning Taj Hotel, an operation that included the sacrifice of Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan. It required deployment of Tier 1 operators, rooftop sniper fire, and aggressive tactical breaches to eliminate the remaining 9 insurgents. The 60-hour siege left a deep scar. 166 people were dead, top politicians resigned, and the local economy absorbed a massive shock. This organizational chart shows how the Indian government responded. Realizing their intelligence networks were fragmented, they created the National Investigation Agency to consolidate terror intelligence under a single hub. Operationally, the government established decentralized NSG hubs in major cities like Mumbai and Chennai. This was designed to fix the deployment delays that had crippled the initial response. The trial of Ajmal Kasab eventually exposed the mechanics of the cross-border network. The tragedy forced an overhaul that integrated maritime intelligence and local commando hubs into India's national security framework.